We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Washington Redskins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You must be dreaming. Shoot.
Inside. Take 30. Hey, Delta.
Show it out. Slam. Kill. Turn.
Back north.
Kill. Turn up.
Inside. Hey, echo.
44's Mike. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Check. Tighten up.
Hey, take 26.
No.
Hey, 5-7.
Fresno.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
59.
We're going to 54.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You better be afraid of me.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, check 26.
Here's Gurley. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
First down, Redskins.
Switch it.
Jan 300. Jan 300. Protein spill.
Check. Hatchet.
Local over here.
They try right side here, Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
on 2nd and 12. Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Right there. Hey, exit.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Prescott. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for our Cowboys. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
34. Time to go, night.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Hey, you block over here. Check 25. Check 25. 26.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. I got one. Kill. Check. Lucky.
Right now. You got 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
Washington.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run with Smith, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Dayon Buchanan gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Bandit. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. No chance. Check the backer. Kill.
Snap comes at 1. Incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
18.
55 to Mike.
Back to normal.
Back to you. I'm going back.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check. Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A first down carry by Elliott. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defense.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Josh Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On the counter, Gurley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Here's Elliott. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, deep. Over here. Let's go, deep. Throw it back. Watch the twist. Watch the twist again.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Dale Buchanan made the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick up the 1st down with Adams. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a
On 1st down, this is Adams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Watch the shot. Kill.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Noah Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. That type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Switch.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
319. Watch the safety, 319.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks.
And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
319.
55, Mike.
Watch the screen.
Pass. Shift.
Hey, 88. 319.
Now it's Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. Check. Crouch. 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 Right now. You got 58.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Todd Gurley. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a first down and more. Past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, 34. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Barber on first and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Once again, it's Barber. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be third and 10 now.
Check in. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Here we go, 47. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys